Assalamualaikum and hi. So today actually we are going to learn and then to implement a mesh analysis in one example. Right, there is a step to implement a mesh analysis. The first step is we must level all meshes in the circuit with a clockwise. And then second step, of course, we need to decide how many equations are required. The step 3, we need to apply Kirchhoff voltage law for each mesh in the circuit. Either is a voltage drops, we need added and the voltage rise is subtracted. And lastly, yes, to solve the equation, we are going to use a Cramer's rule. Let's see one example for mesh analysis. So here, in this circuit, okay, the question is to determine I node. Okay, for this circuit using mesh analysis, where is our I node? So here is our I node. Before you want to solve I1, I2, I3, okay, you look all the parameters inside the circuit. Okay, this is a very clear. The inductor here, the capacitor here, the current source, the voltage source are in phasor domain or frequency domain. And then there is a level I1, I2, I3. All the meshes level for you. Alright, so then we need to work how to calculate I nodes. Okay, your I node, this direction, right? And then this I2, these directions. So I can say this direction are inverse. Actually, we need to find I node. What is I node from this figure? I node is actually a minus I2. So my question to you, do I need to solve I1, I2, I3 in order to solve I node? Right, you need to answer this question by yourself, right? So let's do the loop analysis, the mesh analysis. Right, I start with the loop 1. Okay, let's start the loop 1. Loop 1 is here. Right, so I start from here. From here, 8 I1. So here, plus J10, right? I1 minus I1 minus I3, and then we have here minus J2, which is I1 minus I2 equals to 0. Alright, so we need to group, okay? We need to group I1, I2, and I3 because it's easy for us, right? Easy for us to use a Cramer's rule selector. So I basically use I1. What is I1 here? So we have 8. So we have J10. And then I1 here is minus J2. And then we just focus for I2. So I2 we have only one element, minus I2 minus J2. How about I3? I3 we have also one element, which is minus I3 J10. Alright, so if you don't familiar with this way, yes, you can use this way. Alright, okay, so it's become 8 I1 plus J10 I1, and then we have plus J10, this is not plus, this is negative J10 I3, and then minus J2 I1, and then plus J2 I2 equals to 0. Yes, of course, this one is similar, but I prefer this way. Alright, so we solve for loop 1. So let's see for a loop 2. Okay, for loop 2, I start here. Okay, I start here. Minus J2, I2 minus I1, and then here, minus J2, I2 minus I3, right? And then, so here, plus 4 I2, and then for the voltage source, plus 20 and 90 degree equals to 0. So we need to group, let's start for I1, negative I1, J2, so I2, how about your I2? Okay, plus I2, negative J2, negative J2, and then we have 4 here, right? And then I3, we have only one element, which is negative I3, okay, negative I3, negative J2, and then yes, okay, yes, I need to change this part to the other side, negative 20, 90 degree, right? So we finished for loop 2. Now let's focus for loop 3. Very simple, loop 3. Okay, what is the loop 3? Loop 3 is our I3 equals to, yes, 5, 0 amps. Okay guys, okay, this is equation 1, equation 2, and then equation 3. Okay, so now your job is to substitute equation 3 into equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, you need to work out. Alright, so I just write what the answers for the final equation. After you finish, substitute equation 3 into equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, I need to write everything so we can see a very clear. Okay, and then your final equation after you substitute I3 equals to 5, so it becomes I1 8 plus J8 minus I2 minus J2 equals to J50, and then here is I1, then this is J2 plus I2, 4 minus J4 equals to minus J30. So we need to write in terms of metric form. So in metric form, it's become 8 plus J8, J2, J2 here. So here 4 minus J4, and then here is our I1, I2, and then J50. This part is 50 minus J30. Okay guys, after this you need to find what is the determinant. What is the determinant? Alright, just to recall, okay, we need to find I naught. I naught equals to minus I2. So actually we just need to find I2. You don't need to solve I1. Okay, you don't need to solve I1. So what is I2? I2 basically is 8 plus J8, and then J2, and then J50 minus J30, right? Minus J30, and then divide everything into the determinants, right? We invite everything into determinant, and then you know, okay, you know what the answers. Okay, after you know the value of the answers, and then since this we have negative, I believe you can solve for these simple equations. Alright. So I hope you can work out on what the answers. Okay, I already gave the answers inside our slide. Okay, until here is the end. For example, mesh analysis, and see you again. Bye.